Hey, welcome to Programming with Paul. Today we're going to talk about three RxJs operators that are often confused, which are SwitchMap, MergeMap, and ConcatMap. So RxJS is JavaScript's implementation of reactive extensions, which is a way to do event streaming in JavaScript. It's used most popularly in the Angular ecosystem, and it's a way to handle reactivity within your application. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at what we are going to do today. So if we go ahead and we go up to Stack Blitz, you'll see that there is a RxJS playground that we can play in. So that's what I'm going to do. All right. And here I'm just going to go ahead and remove this boilerplate code. And what we're going to do is we are first going to create a button. So if we go ahead and type in const button equals document dot create element, and then we'll say it's a button. We are going to go ahead and give it an ID. So btn.id equals test button, and we are going to prepend this to the screen, so btn. So now we should document.body.prepend, and we might as well go ahead and set the label to it. So I think it's text content equals test RxJS. How's that? Okay, so we've created a button now. So what we want to do is we want to listen for click events on this button. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to say RxJS has an operator called fromEvent, which takes a HTML DOM element event and it allows it to create a stream from that event. So if we do from event, and we're going to go ahead and say document dot query selector, and then this will be pound test btn, and then it'll be the click handler. And let's go ahead and import these things so we don't get yelled at here. So this is from event, and we also want to move this after wherever we're appending it to the body. So now what we can do just to test this is we can just go ahead and we're going to, let's just subscribe to it for now. .subscribe, and then we'll go ahead and just console.log test or easy. All right, so now whenever I press this button, we should see test here. Okay, cool, it works. So the next thing I want to do is I want to demonstrate how SwitchMap works. So I am going to create two observable streams, which one is going to be a slow HTTP call equals, and then we're going to use the operator timer, and this is going to be, we'll call it 2 seconds, .pipe, and then we're going to do a map, and then this is slow. Okay, so what is this saying? This is saying I'm going to emit an event after 2 seconds, and then that event is going to be the string slow. Okay, so now I'm also going to create another stream, which is going to be called fast HTTP, and we're going to say timer 500 milliseconds dot pipe map fast. And so this is the same thing, but instead of waiting 2 seconds to emit slow, it's going to wait 500 milliseconds to emit fast. All right, and now what we can do is we can add a dot pipe here. And then inside of the dot pipe, we can do a SwitchMap. SwitchMap. And then it is going to go ahead and do a merge of slow HTTP and fast HTTP. Okay, so this, what we're saying is whenever we click this button, we're going to go ahead and listen for that event that comes out. So clicking this button will emit an event, and then we're going to say, well, now we want to listen to whenever slow HTTP is emitted and whenever fast HTTP is emitted. And SwitchMap is what we're going to learn about here. So let me just go ahead and do val, and then this will be console.log val. So with SwitchMap, what it does is it's gonna, if events are emitted before an event completes, then it's gonna go ahead and just discard that event and only emit the latest event coming in. So when we do this and we click, I'm gonna click on the test RxJs button 5 times really fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So when we see this, we can see fast and slow, they were both emitted only 1 time. Okay? And even though I clicked this 5 times, it only emitted once because it took those events that I was clicking, and this event took 2 seconds to return, and this took 2 seconds. So when I click this, it's going to say, okay, go ahead and wait for this event to come, and then also wait for this event to come. But the second time I click it, it hadn't been 2 seconds or 500 milliseconds yet. So it says, okay, I've stopped listening to whenever this emits, and I'm just going to listen to the latest one. And that is SwitchMap. So you can see 1 and 1. Now if I change this to MergeMap, we'll see what happens here. So if I do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so here we can see MergeMap did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 fast, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 slow. But the order in which they're doing is it did the fast 5 first and then the slow 5 last. So what this tells us is that even though I have my slow HTTP here first and my fast next, these fast took only 500 milliseconds to come in. So the events are coming in, it's immediately emitting them out. So fast comes in as completes, done. Slow comes in, fast comes in again before slow comes back, then it emits that event out. It's not in any type of order. And that differs from ConcatMap, where ConcatMap, let's see what it does. So if I do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you can see it waits, right? It waits until that event comes back. And it's still going to do the 5 times each. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what that did is that as I'm clicking the button, it's going to go ahead and say, okay, I expect there to be an event that comes from slow and an event that comes from fast. I will not listen for the next stream. I will not process the next stream until both of these events have been emitted out. So here, fast comes back in 500 milliseconds, but then even though I clicked on the button in less than 500 milliseconds, it still waits the 2 seconds until slow comes back. And then it says, okay, fast again. And then it waits until slow comes back. So ConcatMap goes in and it says, well, I'm not going to I'm not going to not emit any streams. Every stream will be emitted. And MergeMap is the same way, but the difference being ConcatMap is it's all in order. MergeMap, it's first in, first out. And SwitchMap, it discards certain events if they don't come back fast enough. All right, and that is, I think, a top level explanation on SwitchMap, ConcatMap, and MergeMap. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. All right, thanks.